Hey there, it's Whitney, and I want to talk about how you know when you're getting real results from your intuition. So, intuition is following your guidance from your spirit guides for your own benefit. And oftentimes, we aren't really seeing validation like right immediately. So, one of the things I want you to do is number one, grab a notebook, grab a pen and paper, and write your intuitive moments down. So if you are out and about, a little tiny notebook that you could put in the console of your car. So when you have a moment to stop and write some notes down, it can be right with you. Something small that you can carry. One of the things I recommend to my students is to write down those passing thoughts that just come into your mind, or these hunches, these feelings, or maybe you heard a name and you're like, where'd that come from? Or maybe you saw something or you had a dream. Write them all down. And so I want you to reflect back on them a week later and go, oh, yeah, I can see where that came to pass, or I can see where this came to pass. Now, it's always best if you have an intuitive routine. So I always recommend to have a place and time that you're actually talking to your guides daily, so that you have that container of space where you're writing all of your messages down instead of just letting them come in randomly. But if they do come in randomly, then write them down. It's okay. Just, I want you to document them so that you can go back and when you see things go, oh, yeah. Maybe it's something about one of your children and you were thinking about one of your children. You're like, I'm kind of, and it comes in this way as a mom usually, I'm kind of worried about XYZ in this area. So write it down. Or if you're cooking or you're cleaning, sometimes when you're showering, sometimes when you're driving, you get a message that pops in. And it's because your mind is clear, because we're often caught in our thought all the time, in the hamster wheel. And when we're doing something that's very mundane and something repetitive that our body's used to doing, we oftentimes get those thoughts that just pop right in. Now, if you're driving, you can't write it down, right? But when you get to your next stop, pull a little notebook out and write down whatever thought came to pass. Another way that you know if you're getting results is if you're talking to your spirit guides daily about what you want opportunities with, please write those down. And then if you're getting those actual opportunities, ta-da, your intuition is working. Now, don't expect for you to sit on the couch, eat a bag of potato chips and binge watch Netflix every day and expect for change. Right? If you're like, oh, I'd love to win the lottery, it'd be so great, but I'm gonna sit here and just eat my chips on the couch. That's not something that I'm talking about, because that's probably not gonna happen. For one, you have to take inspired action to make change in your life. So if you feel like, I feel like I should be writing, or I feel like I need to go do this job search, or I feel this way, that's your intuition helping you feel those different things. And so if you're following through on these hunches, or you're following through on these inspired actions, and you're seeing these opportunities develop and you have asked for them, your intuition's working. You're doing a good job. Now, that doesn't mean every opportunity is going to turn out, but our spirit guides are responsible for showing us opportunities that are pretty darn close to what we're wanting. We have to actually go through that door, right? So you can't sit there every day and say, I want to be healed. Please heal me. My arm's broken. Please heal me. You can't do that. You actually have to have that mindset, take the action, and you have to do what the doctor said and do the physical therapy and eat right and all those things that you're taking care of your body. And you got to have that mindset. You got to be open for that magic to come in too. And I call it magic. And I'm saying that, yes, spiritual healing happens, absolutely. But if you're the person that just doesn't believe or thinks, well, I'd love for it to happen to me, but I'm not really doing anything to support it, it's probably not going to happen. You got to take those responsible actions to get what you're wanting and follow those hunches. All right. So another way that you can know if your intuition is working, and this is our third way, is grab a partner. Take a friend, take a family member, and say, hey, I'm going to relay my impressions to you, and I want you to tell me if you understand it. Now, this is technically a mediumship exercise, and you're not really practicing mediumship. And in fact, in my mediumship classes, I tell people not to read friends or family. But we're just talking about intuition here. Just see if what you're getting really resonates. Take a moment, have them in front of you, or you can talk to them on the phone because there's voice vibration. And center yourself, clear your mind. And then just ask for your guides to give anything and everything that they want to share with the person sitting in front of them or on the phone. And then just start giving messages about what you're getting. And it doesn't have to be amazing readings or just knock your socks off messages. It's just enough for you to get that confidence of, I heard this or I felt this. And you know, one of the things that can be really helpful is have that other person ask questions. So say, could you just ask me a question and I'm going to give you my first response? This could be about a loved one. So you could have them think about their grandfather in spirit or a question that they want to ask them. Or you could ask them to ask you any kind of questions regarding their situations and just give them whatever you're getting. And it's not for them to go off and go, woo, I got a reading. Not at all. It's just about being validated from what you were saying. Now, the third one, so this step can be something very uncomfortable when we're not really ready to get into that mediumship, but I wanted to just share it with you because you're going to know it's working. All right, so I hope you take some of these steps and implement them. I think the easiest one is when you write it down yourself. And I look forward to hearing how this worked for you. I would love for you to reach out. You can reply to this email. I'd also love for you to go to our Facebook page. If you're not already there, go to the YouTube channel. And so it's facebook.com/Messenger of Spirit or youtube.com/Messenger of Spirit, or just go to the webpage messengerofspirit.com anytime you want to connect.